Hey, legends, Fraser Brooks here with the Network Marketing Ninja Podcast, episode 223. And if you're watching on the YouTube channel right now, yes, I am streaming this live as I record this podcast. So, hey, if you are watching on the YouTube channel, do me a massive favor, hit that thumbs up, smash the subscribe button, and let me know that you're watching down below in the comments. So for those of you who are listening in your car, whilst you're doing the washing, whilst you're cleaning, whilst you're walking the dog, whilst you're at the gym, whatever it might be, welcome back. I hope that you enjoy these episodes of the Network Marketing Ninja Podcast. I absolutely love doing them. And in today's episode, I'm really excited because I want to share with you the 3 things that you need to do if you don't really like recruiting. You've tried it, you didn't like it, it doesn't align with you, although you've done all the training and you think you want to do it, something just doesn't sit right with you. Maybe you haven't got the right belief yet. So last week we just finished the first ever Lessons from Legends recruiting workshop. It was absolutely incredible. We had 1,000 plus people from all over the world tuning in, just listening to people, listen to talk about how you recruit more. We gave loads of strategies, the mindset, the scripts, the system, the entire flow. We had an interview with Brian Carruthers. We talked about social media and TikTok recruiting, so much. But still, there's people who we reach out to, we email, we run ads to, who are like, yeah, but I just don't want to recruit. So in today's episode, I just wanted to discuss the 3 things that you need to do as an alternative to recruiting on social media. Remember this, if you don't recruit, you can't expect your team to recruit. And if you show and tell your team to recruit, how can you expect them to do what they don't see you doing? Remember, people will follow your feet, not your mouth. Right? Meaning if you tell, they won't do until you show, right? It's one of the things that really resonated with me when Brian Carruthers was saying that he's recruited 1,700 people in his 24-year career. I think he said he did 10 people a month, every month for 10 months. For 10 years. My dad did 1 person a week, every week, regardless what happened, every week for 10 years. And it was so funny that you set the standard. And it's so true. If you're a top recruiter, you tend to have a team full of top recruiters. If you don't recruit anyone, then, well, you don't have anyone in your team anyway. All right? So here we go. Before we kind of get into this, though, please do me a massive favor. If you haven't already done so, make sure you join the free Telegram channel. It's completely free. We have over 7,000 people in there. I drop like a quote or a lesson or a learning or some information or updates or motivation probably like 4 or 5 times a week, so it's definitely worthwhile joining for free. It's FrasersTelegram.com. I've left the link in the description of the podcast and the YouTube version. I'm actually going to be returning the podcast to YouTube. We are kind of looking at doing more interviews. I hope you're going to get excited about that. I know a lot of people have asked me, like, when are you bringing the interviews back? We love them, hearing other people's opinions and standpoints and points of view and perspectives. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to do some more. So expect them to be on the podcast and obviously the YouTube channel. If you find value in that and you're on the YouTube right now, please do let me know in the chat that you'd like that. And I can see a bunch of people watching on the YouTube as well. Shireen, Aikos, Shares, Ohame, Greta, Tom, Saya. I love it. Awesome. Cool. Just giving you guys a shout out. So here we go. The 3 alternatives. Number 1, if you do not like recruiting, then focus on selling. You've got to do something that's going to get the volume in. You've got to do something that's going to make you feel good. Because if weeks go by in your business and you don't recruit anyone, you don't make any sales, then the end of the month, your commission gets posted into your account and you make less than the amount of money that you've spent buying the products, you're going to have some tension or friction with probably the people who live in the same house as you. So maybe your husband goes, honey, hey, Mary, hey, babe, hey, whatever your husband wants to call you. That's up to him. How much money did you make this month from your business? Oh, well, like $100. Well, didn't it cost you $200 to get your product? Yes, so you lost $100. And then it becomes an issue, and then you want to kind of keep it a secret, and then you maybe start telling little fibs or white lies where it's like, yeah, it's going good, yeah, like, la, 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 la. And then it's an uphill battle from that moment. So remember, guys, that network marketing is all about the feeling, the activity, the results. When you feel good, you do good. When you do good, you get good. When you get good, you get more feeling. You feel better, right? So feeling, activity, results. So number 1, if you don't like recruiting, just focus on selling. Sell your product. Get some customers. Get repeat customers. Go all in on customer service. And if you're someone who's like, I don't like recruiting and I don't like selling, then you have to really appreciate that if you do love the community and you love the like-mindedness and you like the positivity and you like the environment, don't expect to make money and just expect that you're going to have to be active. Maybe it's going to cost you $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 a year just to be around the environment. And that's totally fine and well worth it, right? Forget what will be, oh my God, that business has cost you a fortune. Well, not really, because I've learned, I've made relationships, I've made connections, and obviously I'm in a positive environment. Okay, so again, number one, focus on selling. If you're not going to recruit, sell, 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 sell. Now, how do you get good at selling? We'll do another podcast episode about that. We'll do some YouTube videos about that. We'll interview people. We'll do a workshop on that in order to help you. But get louder, get bolder, get braver. Ask more people if they're open to looking at the product. Talk about it more on social media. Talk about it more in your TikTok videos. Heck, do Instagram reels and Facebook reels about the benefits. Here's what I'll tell you. Most people make the mistake and say, like, here is an iPhone. This iPhone has a 14 megapixel camera. I don't know what it's called. You can zoom 10x. You can text people. They talk about what it is and all the logical things, but they don't give the emotion and the story. So, you know what? I waited so long to buy an iPhone because it's so expensive, and I thought, I don't know. But the other day, it was so fun because I was on my iPhone, and the iPhone does this thing where it kind of shows you a collection of photos that you've taken in the past. And a friend of mine appeared who I've not seen for so long. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to reach out to him and start the conversation again. We ended up getting on a phone and we were reminiscing and we arranged to see each other over Christmas and blah, 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 blah. If it wasn't for the iPhone, that wouldn't have happened. You know, and a story like that, which shows emotion, is way better than going down the logic route. So think about how you can tell stories with your products that you use. All right, number 2 is look to upgrade the customers into team members. Now, upgrading customers to team members is completely different to recruiting because it's a different series of questions. So let's say with recruiting, we're going to go, hey, Mary, are you open to checking out some information about an amazing business? No worries if not, just thought I'd ask. She says yes. We show her the video. We answer questions about the video, right? It's very like business orientated. Now, if someone bought your product, let's say it's a remote control. I mean, imagine this is not a remote control. It's something else. This controls the TV that I'm looking at you guys on, right? And Mary's bought it once. She got the replacement batteries a month after. The replacement batteries a month after that. Heck, she's been using the product for 3 or 4 months. The chances are she likes it, right? If it's a skincare product and she's bought it 5 times over, she loves it. If it's a health and wellness shake she's used for 3 months, chances are she likes the results that she's getting from it. If it's a coffee and she loves using it, she loves it. If it's a travel platform and they keep using it month after month after month, guess what? They love it. So now that you know that they actually love using the product, a lot of people don't reach out to their customers because they think, if I tell my customer that there's a business attached to it and I'm making money, then are they still going to keep buying from me? I don't know. Maybe they'll say like, I want to cancel because like you're making money from me and I'm going to lose a customer. I'd rather not risk losing the customer. No, that's a limiting belief because you don't feel that you can step up to lead someone if they join the team. I know I've been there. Like, am I worthy of having someone in my team? If someone did join my team, what would I do? Because I don't know how to actually lead someone. I don't know what to do. So here we go. And we talked about this in the recruiting workshop. Is you have to upgrade the customer. So now that you've known they've been using it for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, you simply reach out to them and ask them, like, hey, Mary, I just want to say thanks so much for your customer loyalty. I just want to say thank you so much for being a valued customer of mine. Obviously, this is going to work better if you're actually engaging with the customer throughout their journey and not just when you made a sale and when you want to renew. All right? Otherwise, they're just going to feel like you're a cashier at Walmart or you're a cashier at Tesco's. Meaning you get the item off the shelf, you go to the till, you pay your money, you say thank you, see you next time. Instead, what can you do in between the points of sale that are going to make that person realize and understand, hang on a minute, this person actually cares, this person actually wants me to win, all right? So, you want to upgrade because you're going to reach out. Hey, Mary, thanks so much for being a loyal customer. Thanks so much for being a valued customer. I really appreciate you. Whilst I'm here, I would love for you to be able to answer a very quick 1-question survey. Is that cool? Yes, it is. Great. On a scale of 1 to 10, how comfortable would you be sharing your product experience, not story, because they might not have a story yet. How comfortable would you be sharing your product experience with other people? 1 being, don't want to tell anyone. 10 being, I'll tell the world. Now, if they say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you let them be. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Now, you need to up your game. What value can you give from that point onwards to make that 5 a 6, that 6 a 7, that 7 an 8, so on and so forth? If they say 7, 8, 9, 10, then you obviously now know that they're prepared to tell their story or their experience with other people. That's amazing. Just curious, would you be open to checking out some information on how you could monetize that story or monetize that experience? I've just told you not to say story, and I've said it 3 times, right? Would you be open to checking out some information or a video on how you can monetize that experience? Yeah, sure, amazing. But if they say no, you can ask them to make a post about the product experience, tagging you in. You can even give them the post to make. They just got to fill in the blanks. It's very simple. So step 1 is focusing on getting sales. Step 2 is upgrading those customers into team members. You should get 1 in 5, roughly, 1 in 4, 1 in 5, depending on how long they've been using the product for. But that should be your aim. So if you can go out there and get 100 customers, you could have a team of 20 to 25 people who you personally recruit. Now we're talking. Now you've got some leverage. Out of those 20, 25, maybe 2, 3, 4 people are actually going to do something, and one of those 20 are actually going to do something significant. Amazing. Happy days. So the third step is then obviously launching. So if you are good at selling, you're good at upgrading, now you need to get good at launching. Selling, upgrading, launching, right? So this is what you really want to need to be focusing on. You need to be able to focus on, how can I get this person feeling good about the business in a short period of time? How can I get this person feeling so good about getting people onto the presentation or making sales, which is going to keep them around the game longer? And getting sales is the aim of the game here. Why? Getting sales is much easier than getting recruits. Why? Selling products and people buying products is much more normal and not a different habit than joining businesses. Think about it. How many products? I mean, I was saying this to Svetlana this morning. I was having my breakfast. The door goes and a delivery comes. But like literally, I would say 5 days a week, there's a delivery. Like one thing at a time. I'm like, why don't you just buy things? Like, why don't you just buy everything at once? She says, the way the world is now, it doesn't work like that. You see something on TikTok, you see something on Instagram, you see something that an influencer talks about, you see something on Google, you're browsing through the internet, whatever, and something that you like comes up, you kind of put it on a wish list or you buy it. So, but does she join a business every week? No. Has she joined a business in the last 5 years? No. It's just the business that we build, right? So it's so important to sell, to upgrade, and then to launch. Launching could be like, hey, just ask for your 5 family members or ask for 5 people who you know if they would support you and you can count on them, and then see if they're prepared to be a success story for you to leverage, right? If you've got a skincare product, like, hey, I would love for you to use this skincare product for a month, and I would love for you to see the benefits that I've got and the results that other people have got around the world, but also so that I can show that story to other people in the hope that I can build a business from this, right? Because that's very different to, hey, Mary, I've got a great product, you need to buy it. And then they feel like, oh, he's just trying to sell to me, taking advantage of his mom or his auntie or his uncle. Some people are okay doing that, right? But a lot aren't. So asking for their support in the hopes that they're going to get a good result within a certain time period, so much that they would, A, keep buying the product because they think it's amazing, B, potentially promote it, but mainly C, which is for you to be able to use that success story. All right? So get good at selling, upgrading, launching, and you're going to be able to build an incredible team. But remember, with the launching, you have to expect them to launch to sell. Right? So you sell, let's say you sell to Mary, you upgrade Mary, you launch Mary. But Mary is most likely going to be launching by selling to Bob, Sarah, Claire. Right? Then hopefully she's going to upgrade Sarah, and then she's going to launch Sarah to go and get. So eventually you could have 500, 1,000 customers in your organization, but you might only have 10, 20 team members. But then you're thinking, oh, but I want a team of 5,000 people. I'll tell you this, guys. The bigger the team, the bigger the headache. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't want a big team, but if you can have a big customer ratio, meaning for every one team member, you have 100 customers. That's unheard of. But if you can have one team member to 25 customers, you're going to, have a great business. Why? Because you know that person, the average person, is making money and most likely to stay instead of leaving. Okay? But B, if you then have, let's say, 100 team members at 25 customers per team member, that's now 2,500 customers. Let's say they spend $100 a month. I'm just giving you numbers here, right? That's $250, I hope the math's right, $250,000 in volume in your organization every month. Now, on average, that's probably going to bring you anywhere from $5,000 to $20,000 a month. That's life-changing for everyone. So focus on that. Selling, upgrading, launching, to sell, upgrade, launch, to sell, upgrade, launch. And the builders will come through that. All right? I hope you got value from that. Remember, if you haven't already done so, make sure you go to FrasersTelegram.com. Join the free Telegram channel. I would massively, massively, massively appreciate it. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you on the next episode. All right? Big love. Kisses.